world, in business, when someone in a position of authority or position of power, they ask you to do something or ask you a question, and you turn around and ask them a question to respond to the question. You don't. You do that with black men who deserve shit.
I do deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve exactly what you got. Nothing.
Kevin, don't be like that.
I'm being like that because I've sat here and listened to you talk about what you deserve.
You haven't even.
Man, I've put you on so many different times, and I've said, and I'm sitting here advocating for men.
And we was.
And I'm sitting here trying. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
I'm 37.
All right. What do you got for me?
I just kind of want to tap in and get a little bit of better understanding on what you're saying when you're saying about where we are today and what are our plans to prepare for winter is coming, and just kind of give you a background of what I have going on and to figure out, am I on the right path to prepare for the winter that's coming.
Well, what do you want as an outcome for your life regarding socially, a man?
A man. I want a partnership that we can.
Does that mean a husband?
Yes, a husband.
Okay.
There goes y'all He-Man woman haters trigger word. She wants a partner. You guys say that she has to be your servant and all this good stuff like that. She reminds me of Tony from Girlfriends, Jill Marie Jones, kind of, sort of. But let's see what she has to say and what Kevin has to say about this partnership thing, if he's going to delve into that or not.
What I'm going to need you ladies to start doing is stop calling. I'm going to need you to stop diminishing marriage into partnerships and calling it marriage. You're going to partnership with businesses. Just start calling. I'm just saying, not to you, but I think we diminish these titles so much. Just like when I see people calling themselves CEOs of a sole proprietorship. You're not a goddamn CEO.
Well, I was thinking that marriage was a partnership. I mean, I get understanding when you say.
But that's the problem. It's not okay. But by calling him So when you're married, do you mind if he calls you his old lady, his chick?
No, not once we get to the point of marriage.
Why? You want to be called a wife?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that title matters. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So you do understand the difference.
I do.
Thanks. That's all I'm trying to say. But you want to be married. That's all I'm trying to get. See, the fact that we got to do that. Let me just say this: black people, we need to perform in formality and respect. We are far too informal with each other.
Right.
So, for all of my haters and detractors, I agree with the homie Kevin. He is correct. This goes with anything, business, interacting, professional services. We're far too informal. And when it comes to other races, you become very docile, or docile, however you want to say it. And we just treat each other like just treat it like we're not even businessmen. Like we're not even talking to businessmen like this is your cousin or your brother and things like that. I get it. But yeah, I agree with Kevin on this for all my haters and detractors.
So you want a marriage and a husband. What else would you like?
In terms of out of the marriage?
Well, I'm just talking big picture. What do you want? Because most people, okay, I just want to understand what the outcome is. You want a marriage? Do you want children?
Yes, I actually have 3, Kevin.
How many fathers?
2.
Have you been married before?
No, sir.
Why have you chosen not to marry any of the fathers of your children?
Well, I have a 20-year-old and I have an 18-year-old.
Why have you chosen not to marry the father of any of your children?
Well, we were close to marriage with my first child, my first two kids' fathers.
What does that mean? What does close to marriage mean?
We were entertaining the idea. We were both open to it.
No. You already had children.
We had children together.
Did he want to marry you?
Yes, he did.
So I don't see. Now it's about to get hard. I hate it when you ladies come in and do this bullshit. You already had two human beings.
Yo, did you see her face? Just yo.
Yes.
You talk about entertaining marriage. You should have entertained marriage before you entertained motherhood.
Right. Well, we're learning. Can I grow? Can I learn?
Well, unfortunately, yes, but it may be too late. Because if you're still talking about marriage as a partnership, and at 37 years old, you're still using words like I would expect a young girl to use, like I entertain marriage, instead of saying I want a husband and I want to be a husband, I want to be a wife, I want additional kids, and I have 3 children by 2 different men, and I blew those relationships because I wasn't woman enough to walk down the aisle. That's what men really want to hear from y'all. Other than this bullshit y'all come through here.
And you know what, Kevin? I really saw myself so much in when you stated that our culture of women are scared, operating in fear.
Right.
And I think that's what has been my problem, because marriage has not been a hard thing for me.
How old is your youngest child?
He's 8.
Why did you? Okay, so you were almost 30 when you had that child. Why didn't you marry his father?
That was more so of something that just kind of moved fast. I don't think
you know good and damn well I'm not going to accept that.
Right.
Why would you even come into me? Why would you even come at me with it move fast? What did I ask you?
Why didn't we get married?
Right.
I wasn't interested in a marriage with him, Kevin.
Why were you interested?
Stigmatized, infatuation, starting all over. You just wanted a new baby. Everything felt good. He was just, you just needed that at the moment. You needed that love child to replace the husband. And he was just a dude that probably just wasn't of stature or quality. But he made you feel good. He made you feel like you were in the moment. At the age of 29, 30 years old, whatever it was that you were. Your son's 8, so I guess you were 29. So that's basically what it was. You didn't want to marry him. You knew when you laid down and, spread eagle that you didn't want to marry him. But you're being honest.
Having this baby.
She's looking dead at me, Kevin.
Oh, okay. She needs to know the truth so she doesn't do this too.
She's definitely not going to do this.
No, I'm talking to you. You were not interested in marrying him, but why'd you have his baby?
Because it happened.
It didn't happen, ma'am. You were 30 years old having unprotected sex. You already had 2 children. You, more than any other woman on the planet, knows the outcome.
Right.
Now, why am I being this hard? Because you talking about you want a husband. No, you're looking for a stepfather. Any man who would marry you would be a stepfather.
Right.
And a woman like you who can't take accountability.
I haven't not taken accountability.
No, you haven't in this conversation. You just said it just happened. You just said it just happened. Okay, man.
Kev, she was truthful. She just don't know how to answer that question. Like, when I say that she don't know how to answer the question, she doesn't know how to say if you provide, which is crazy, what you do. If you provide the answer, she's gonna agree with you. If you say that you just needed, this guy wasn't good, you liked the way he made you feel, you was stigmatized, and you knew that he would potentially shoot up the club and you would end up getting pregnant. And that's what you needed to replace the man, the husband, by having this love child at the end of the day. But you don't know how to say that. She's being honest, but she doesn't know how to provide the answer.
Maybe to you that's taking accountability.
Okay, what could I have said that made it sound like accountability to you?
I was still more willing to be a mother than a wife, so I was having unprotected sex with a man who's not a husband.
Okay, well, I apologize for not working.
Well, I'm just saying that's the truth. Why was he good with my...
And she's not as, obviously she's not as articulate as you, Kev. You know what I'm saying? And I know you guys gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Obviously, the woman, she doesn't know. Women, a lot of times when you talk to women, and a lot of the guys, you guys in the comments, you guys are saying, well, yeah, this is real life, which I agree. These women are like this. I get it. But some women just can't say, they claim men aren't communicators, but they just can't put it in words what it is. So when you say it to them, then they'll be like, okay. And I think that's what, if you just say, like Kevin just said it, she's like, yeah, that's what it is. But for some reason, there's like a mental block in terms of that.
But my thing is, why have unprotected sex with a man like that? If you don't have sex with him, have sex with him. But why reproduce with him?
Because if it happens, what am I saying?
It didn't just happen.
We had sex. I got pregnant. And I made the decision, like you just said, to go ahead and be a mother to somebody that I knew was not a potential husband.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? You can set your watch to this. What did I say? I ain't saying shit.
And I made a mistake. So we are here today at 37. And I'm trusting your expertise to listen and learn.
Man, it didn't just happen. It didn't just happen. You were a mother of 2 children.
3.
You were a mother of 2 before you got pregnant with this child. You were in a sexual relationship with a man who was not of the caliber of man you would become a wife for. True or false? True or false?
True.
Then you choosing to have unprotected sex with that man did not just happen.
In the words of the great O'Shea, let's stop the show. This might not be the best time, Kevin, but I want to know what her height, weight, and dress size is. Hopefully you get to it. But anyway, figured I'd just say that.
That was a choice.
And I'm saying that because she just backed up. She got on the sports bra or whatever it is she got on. Anyway.
Every time you speak, every time whatever position you guys chose, unprotected sex. How can so many other women on the planet choose to have sex with some of the worst of the worst men and not walk away with a baby? Because they choose to get contraception. They choose to not have babies with men. 33 forms of birth control available to 30-year-old women. It did not just happen. And any man that you will be talking about, you want to learn from, he's listening to this, and I would say, brother, what are you trying to say to this man? He'd be like, it just happened.
Well, maybe I didn't word that correctly, but I have no problem with taking accountability.
Okay. All right, let's move forward.
So I apologize for not working.
Let's move forward.
I figured it's the point where Kevin will kick her off the show because she took accountability. Yeah.
Let's move forward.
Take accountability.
Let's move forward. How about this then? How about this? Why do you want to get married now?
Because I feel like that's something that I deserve to experience. I feel like I have value to bring to our Black men in the community. I feel like I have a lot to offer, despite the mistakes that I had made. And that is why I am here, willing to have this conversation with you, because a lot of times, some of the things that I have been through, you mark us out for that. And I don't feel like that is fair or true.
Whoa. What is going on with my computer right now? A lot of things that I mark you out for?
Like, in general.
I don't mark you out for anything.
Well, a lot of times you say...
No, ma'am. I'm talking... No.
37.
No, ma'am. Look. I don't mark you out for anything. I just now talk to you. I don't know you. Okay?
Well, generally speaking, I put myself in a category with women in general that have the same thing, where they have mistakes that they have made, taking accountability for not.
But the thing is, okay, ma'am. The thing is, you say you're taking accountability, okay? And maybe this is the most accountability you've ever taken, but this is not accountability. You're saying that it just happened. That is not accountability. That is not accountability, man.
Well,
ma'am, if your child came home with an F in a subject and told you it just happened. But I'm trying to get you to understand. Hold on.
That wouldn't fly.
Right, it wouldn't fly.
You're right.
Okay, so.
Absolutely not.
Hold on just a second. Just a second.
Go in your room and close your door.
Get that baby.
Yeah.
That baby don't even be involved in adult conversation.
And that's all I'm trying to get ladies like you to understand, that when you're saying you're taking accountability, it doesn't seem like accountability to us. It sounds like, you're still blaming men, or not necessarily blaming men, but it's like, hold on, guys, we're having a little technical difficulty here. I gotta shut some of this down. Okay, you didn't marry your other child's father. So, and you said you want to get married because you feel like it's something you deserve. Right?
Right, and whoever I marry, I feel like that's something.
But what do you mean?
I'm something.
What men don't understand is, how are you deserving of? What do you mean you feel like it's something you deserve? What is that? I don't understand what that means.
You don't feel like you deserve marriage?
I'm talking to you, ma'am. I want you to explain what it means when you say you deserve marriage at almost 40 years old with 3 children from 2 men. Why do you deserve marriage?
Exactly. So that goes back to what you just said. What I was just explaining to you. You put women in a category like me, myself.
Prioritize marriage.
The decisions that
you haven't prioritized marriage.
And I don't feel like that's fair.
You haven't prioritized marriage.
So why would I not deserve marriage?
You haven't prioritized marriage.
Of those situations, my children.
This is insane. This is insane.
At 37.
This woman is insane.
Does that count us out?
Yep. Certainly does. Counts you out. Yep, certainly does.
Would it count a man out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. We're not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about. We're not talking about a man. No.
It don't matter how many conversations you have, bro. They don't get it in this aspect of sexual marketplace value. Overall, the older you get, it's not the same for men and women. It's not the same. And women be like, well, why? Well, why? Well, why? There's a concept. Obviously, the older women get, you know, the gap of men that you're dating is never really going to be your age. It's going to be at least maybe 10 to 15, especially once you get over 30. You're 30, 35. The age gap is going to be, you're going to be dating men 10 to 15 years older than you for the most part. But when you're in your 40s, chances are you're not going to be dating another man in his 40s. He's either going to be 15 years older or he's going to be early 30s, early 20s. And he's not, neither one of them are really going to take you seriously for the most part. Unlike men, men can always date down in terms of age because he's accumulated these things with time. He's accumulated assets, so on and so forth. Not really there, not to say that there aren't older men in debt, but he's accumulated the wisdom. He can steer a woman in the right direction. All of these other assets and things like that that he can trick off if he need be, guide a woman in the right direction, put her in position, unlike some women. And some women just can't understand that. They think that the light, this beauty thing is going to last forever, and it's not. Hence the wall.
We're not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Is that going to count them out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. And see, that's one of the biggest misconceptions.
That's just my question.
This is one of the biggest misconceptions of women.
Right.
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. You're a 37-year-old woman who never prioritized marriage. And now you talk about you deserve marriage at 37. You don't deserve anything. We get in life what we earn.
I know you didn't hang up on me.
I didn't hang up on you. We're having a system issue right now. The lag here. Mute yourself.
Dress size.
Shit.
Sure. Height, weight, dress size. Weight.
I'm over here too, but what I'm more concerned with is you seem to think that I'm telling you something that the world has not already told you. You say that I say that women like you don't have a shot, right? My thing is, you have 3 children by 2 dudes, and you had sex with a man. Due respect, your child was in the room with you. People in the chat room had to tell you, send your kid out of the room.
Yes.
Right?
Keep your kids out of your business, especially 8-year-olds. Why the hell they in the room?
Yes? Ma'am, I need you to speak. I'm not having a conversation with myself. Did you hear what I said?
I'm trying to give you time to finish. I'm listening.
No, what I'm saying, people in the chat room told you to have to ask you to send your child out of the room, yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why was she...
I'm not sure what they said. I'm not paying attention to...
All right. So one of the answers, when I'm asking you about her father, you're saying she's sitting there looking you in the face. When I'm asking you about her dad...
Very weird.
Why is she... Okay.
Very weird.
I don't think the kids should be around adult conversations because you don't know where they're going to go. So that's a problem. That's a problem for any man that deals with you because you're so into what you thinking or wanting.
That's
you're not
correct.
paying attention.
And that's why I asked her to leave.
But she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Where are you? What city do you live in? What city do you live in?
Right. I live in Florida.
That's not
Panama City, Florida. Panama City, Florida.
Dress size, height, and weight.
I'm going to say something, and when I finish saying yes, I want you to say yes. I need to see how much of a delay is there. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
There is no delay. You can hear me. I asked you what city you live in, and you just sat there.
It's a huge delay because everything you're saying, once you finish, it says it again. On my end, it is.
It's an echo, huh? Then you can still answer the question.
I'm going to move on to somebody else.
Panama City.
I'm going to move on to somebody else. It should not be this much of a delay. This is on you, not me. That's not my system. That's yours. Everybody else can hear it at the same time. If you want to decide to come back out.
Okay, let's try it again.
No,
don't go, Kevin. Hold on.
No, you can leave and come back in. I'm not going to remove you, but I got other things to do.
Okay, can you try it again?
I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and after I'm...
Ain't this funny how she can hear all of a sudden, like, oh, no, I can hear now. You know, everything's wide open. I can hear now. Go ahead, Tony Childs.
Finish talking about if you're still available, then I'll come back to you. Star, you have 10 seconds to get your shit together.
I got it together, Kevin.
Good. Why do you think you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids, and you didn't require marriage to have 3 kids?
Why would I not deserve a marriage?
No. See, that's not how you answer. That's not how you answer a question. You answer a question. You don't answer a question with a question. Why would you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids from 2 dudes, and you didn't require marriage to make 1, 2, or 3 children? Why would you deserve it?
Because regardless of the mistakes I've made, I have grew, and I still feel like I deserve a chance. Regardless, I wasn't saying that.
You haven't said why you said why you want it. Why do you deserve it?
Because I have a lot to offer, Kevin. Just because I made a mistake with children.
Then tell us. You said you deserve. Then you start trying to put a bunch of bullshit on me. I'm going to challenge your bullshit. Why do you deserve?
I deserve it because I feel like I have a lot of value. I feel like I am a good woman that a black man should and could have in his life.
Then why didn't you? How long have you felt this way? How long have you felt this way?
Maybe since I was about 30. Before 30, I don't think I was interested in marriage, Kevin. Like, I definitely consider myself.
But you just had a baby. Did you realize, like the other young lady, you didn't realize that you wanted to be married or have a husband until you had a baby? Anyway, I'll let her expound.
Self-saved. But
how old is your youngest child?
Sir?
How old is your youngest child?
She's 8.
So before 30, you didn't deserve it.
I wasn't interested in it.
All right, but see, ma'am, you gotta understand something. What you did before 30 matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why does a woman who loves her children and why does a mother and father who love their children, who raise a productive, competitive, successful black man, a stable, functioning son, why does he deserve to become your husband, stepfather to 3 children from 2 dudes, and the last one you didn't even want to marry? Why does that man have to take that?
Why does that man?
Oh yes, listen. Oh yeah. Instead, no. See, that's what you're not gonna fucking do that.
So you're gonna
You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're going to answer the question the way I formulated, or it's going to be a very bad day. I get really pissed with questions because you're trying to be smart and snarky. Then I snap.
So let me reword it then, Kevin. I apologize.
But that's not even proper, ma'am. You don't. If you're okay, let's back down. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I provide home care service. I have my own home care business. I'm a personal trainer, and I'm also getting ready to graduate.
Now, Kevin, I've said it a few times already. Height and dress size. She's a personal trainer. I want to hear this.
nursing school December.
So where in the world, in business, when someone in a position of authority or position of power, they ask you to do something or ask you a question, and you turn around and ask them a question to respond to the question? You don't. You do that with black men who deserve shit.
I do deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve exactly what you got. Nothing.
Kevin, don't be like that.
I'm being like that because I've sat here and listened to you talk about what you deserve.
You haven't even.
Man, I've put you on so many different times, and I've said, and I'm sitting here advocating for men.
And we was.
And I'm sitting here trying to understand. I'm trying to understand why. Okay, I got it.
Because we was delayed.
I'm trying to understand why somebody needs to raise their son to end up dealing with you. Why someone would deserve you as a daughter-in-law.
Because I'm an asset. I'm not allowed to.
How?
Regardless.
You're not an asset. You have 3 children. Ain't nothing about this as an asset. Look at this. This is more that I am a queen because I found Jesus after I had 3 kids.
Dang. Cold-blooded.
It doesn't matter. It matters to men who have a choice. It matters. I had sex with a man that I wouldn't even consider making. I wouldn't want to marry him, but it was good enough for the sex. Then you think a man who's worth his salt needs to come out and be a stepfather to that?
Wait.
Black women, this is what I need you to understand. This is what they think your sons deserve.
Hit them below the belt, Kevin. Hit them below the belt with that one.
This is what they think your sons deserve. Leftovers. Because she just decided to get you have not heard this woman take any accountability, the least bit of humility. And think about it, she's shown her probably on her best behavior on this. Can you imagine what happens when she feels like she's your equal?
I'll make you famous.
Dang. Unmute her, Kev. Let her talk, bro.
This is what they think you deserve, black man. I'm going to go do what I want to, and because I say, well, I deserve better now. I've got it together now. That's what you deserve. Buy a dog. Die alone. Because as long as I am here, I am going to stand 10 toes down and advocate for men. Men have been told we have to put up with this and tolerate this and cow to this. And not once do you hear women like her even come in saying, I deserve. What do you bring? I'm an asset. I'm a this. I'm a that. How? Because I found Jesus and I feel like I'm deserving now. Okay, great. In what ways? Well, you tell me what ways.
Wait.
Black man, you deserve better. And I will continue to say, men, you deserve better. That's why they don't like me. That's why they want the petition to remove him and get out of here. Da, 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 da. But yet they don't consider that to be violence. They don't consider that to be abuse. They don't consider any of the stuff they come on here talking about men to be anything other than what you deserve. If you was a man, you'd put up. If you was a man, you'd stand for it. If you was a man, you'd deal with it. What about the men you had kids for? Oh, well, you know. I had an itch I need to scratch. They don't count.
That's right.
You pay the bill, though.
Already.
She belongs to...
She's still there.
She belongs to the streets.
Already.
10 toes. That's why I say everybody listen to me about high value men, but I don't believe that average men deserve subpar women.
Right.
I don't believe that average men deserve.
So He-Man, woman, he. He-Man woman haters, I completely agree. I concur with the message that Kevin is conveying right now.
Women who think that after they've done everything they want to do in their life, that they get to come over here and break your back and provide for you, for them, like those are your kids in wintertime.
Winter is coming.
Not once did this woman come in and say, you know what? At 37 years old, I realized that I was selfish, self-centered, full of myself, out here living life, doing my thing. I made my mistakes. Everybody does. But now I found the Lord. Now more grace and more mercy. Now I want to sit down and be humble. I want to work with a man. I want to serve a man. I want to actually have a better second half of my life than the first half of my life. And this is what I want to do for that man. If he would be willing to partner with me and take on the responsibility of being a stepfather to another man's child, even though I didn't make the best decision, I'm willing. None of that. None of that. It's just, she's all in the comment section. Don't mind give a shit about what you talk about, lady. Look at her. She all in the comment section. You got your 15 minutes of fame? 2.0? Women like this disgust me. And why? Because of the attitude. Not the situation. Mistakes. It's the attitude. That you as a man, a black man, it's all you deserve. No, my brother, you deserve better.